but he's pretty one dimensional. And I feel like I know what his tools are, and he doesn't have the tools to beat me. I've got the tools to beat him.
January 29th, Bellator 273. You're traveling over to the U.S. to face off against Henry Corrales. The man has been around Bellator for a long time, 13 fights. What's this matchup mean to you?
Yeah, man. Like I'm just focused on the fight itself. It's another fight to me. I just see the matchup as what it is, man. I see Henry Corrales is my opponent, and I'm going there to get the win. But obviously, I'm always a veteran, but it will boost me up a lot in the rankings and things like that. It's going to get my name out there. But to me, it's just another win.
This is your second trip, I believe, to the U.S. to compete. You know what I mean? Like Corrales, he trains out in Phoenix or he trains out in Arizona, so it's like his home turf. Is there anything to that when you fight?
Nah, not really, man. Like the last fight I had was in Moscow in Russia against a guy that's from Moscow in Russia. So it doesn't mean anything to me.
How was that event, the last one in Russia? That was Fedor in the main event, man. There's a different like environment, I believe, because I remember going to a Fedor show myself, and yeah, it's just, he's a legend. Like he's actually a real legend. People throw that word around a lot. What was the feeling for you?
It was big, man. Especially I was opening the card as well, so it was big for me, man. Obviously, until the fight's done, I'm just focused on the fight, and then after the fight, I was buzzing. It's cool. I was in the warm up room with all the guys, and that met Fedor, met all the guys. It was cool, man. Good experience.
When you travel outside of the UK, what are some of the obstacles that you faced in the past?
Nothing really, to be honest. It's all just experience. When I first fought internationally, you know, it was a lot more of a big deal to me than it is now. I think now I deal with it a lot better. I'm focused on the fight. It's just another fight to me, man. You know, I'm used to it.
Corrales, he's a very exciting fighter. He's had some crazy wars in there. What is your breakdown of his skill set?
I think he's a good fighter. He's got some good wins. But he's pretty one dimensional. And I feel like I know what his tools are, and he doesn't have the tools to beat me. I've got the tools to beat him.
He's lost. He's kind of on a down streak right now at this moment. He's lost his last three of five. What is your thoughts on those recent performances of his?
I've watched these fights. He's lost to the good guys though. He lost to Coldwell, who was the bantamweight champ. He's lost to some good guys, but I just feel that we're at different stages in our careers, and we're at different levels really, and that's what's going to show on the night.
What stage do you believe you are at in your career right now?
I think it's time for me. I'm coming into my stride. It's time for me to start taking out some big names and making a statement, and I'll be doing that on the 29th.
All right. Well, the crew that you guys got over there at Team Renegade, who have you been working closely with to prepare for Corrales?
All my coaches, really. We've always got Tom Breeze in the gym. We've got Leon Edwards there all the time. Obviously, I've got my Thai coaches, my boxing coaches, everyone in the gym, and we've got a lot of good guys in the gym, and we're all building on each other.
What is the status of Tom Breeze? Is he retired and just coaching, or is he still fighting?
I think at the moment his focus is coaching and building the team up, but we'll see what's in the future, man.
Okay, so it's not set in stone yet.
Yeah, man. I think at the moment he's just building up the team.
Do you feel like Team Renegade is probably the best team? I don't know. You could be biased, but look at the roster that you guys have.
100%, 100%. If guys don't know about him, it's only a matter of time, But 100%.
Yeah, because I think with teams, there's not many out there. You know what I mean? You got, Calbon and you got, Manchester top team, which are solid teams, and Shootbox, I believe. London Shootbox are good teams. But man, Team Integrate, you got Leon Edwards. There's not many guys that are at probably the best product coming out of the UK right now, right?
100%, man. Like you say yourself, man. He's fighting at the highest level from the UK at this moment in time, and it shows. It shows with all the other guys in the team as well. So yeah, man, they're getting the recognition that they should.
What do you think about like his status right now, man? Because everybody believes he should be fighting for the title, and it's not happening yet. You know what I mean? And you're in the gym with him. You're with the team, and it must kind of, affect, in a way somehow.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But I think that's where guys like myself, we learn a lot from people like Leon being in the gym. Because obviously you see him being sidelined and not getting the fights that he should be getting, but he stays professional about it, and he keeps doing his bit. He keeps putting his work in, and when he fights, it shows when he's in there, man. So you know, I'm just taking it all in from these guys, man. I'm one of the younger guys in the gym.
Definitely. And what has been different about this training camp?
Nothing really. It's just another training camp to myself, but obviously my coaches have me working different things specifically for the opponent, but yeah, man, it's just another camp to me.
All right. Now, all your wins inside the Bellator cage have been finishes. Are you expecting to do the same against Corrales?
Yeah, man. I think about against most opponents. I'm looking to finish guys, and I'm not looking to do anything different. 29th.
Do you feel like it's more, with the style that Corrales has, it's more going to be on the feet, or do you feel like it's going to be on the mat?
We won't know till the night, to be honest. But I'm prepared for whatever. I can get in there and piece him up on the feet. I can get in there and out grapple him. So I'm uh I'm prepared for wherever the fight goes.
All right. A couple more questions, outside of your fight. Recently, sparring footage has been released, with Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane, and it kind of like plays with the narrative of fights. You know what I mean? Especially these guys were former teammates, and that was his former team. How do you feel about people releasing video from training without consent?
Yeah, I've seen it in the past. Like man, it's not professional. You know what I mean? But you never know the ins and outs of these situations. You know what I mean? Like I'm never gonna release footage of me sparring my teammates, and they wouldn't do the same to me. But for guys to do that, you obviously not. There must be underlining things going on. You know what I mean?
Is there kind of like a unwritten rule amongst fighters that if you do film stuff, even with coaches too, I mean, I think coaches, they probably really don't release any film. They probably have rules in the gym. What is the rules that you guys kind of conduct in your team?
I think it's everyone's just professional, man. We just know. No one's gonna no one's gonna try and we film sparring all the time, and we'll watch it back. We'll talk about it, but no one's gonna be uploading sparring. There's what are you uploading sparring for? You know what I mean? I'll show what I can do to people when I fight them. I don't need to upload sparring.
So do you think it makes them look bad, the team over there in France?
It's kind of petty,
Mm.
but is what it is. Is what it is. Like I say, you don't know the underlying issues. There could be more to it.
Yeah, there's I think there is a lot more to it, but there is clearly a beef between Francis Ngannou and his old team, or at least his old coach. You know what I mean? It's out there in the world that he doesn't really like him too much, or they don't like each other. PTSD in combat sports, you know what I mean? Like from bad weight cuts, injuries, fights, damage, losses, even. Have you experienced this or seen it in other fighters around you?
Not not particularly. No, no, not particularly.
Do you think it exists though, like with fighters?
I think the stress of a fight in itself, like, depends how you deal with it. But it can take a lot. It can take a lot out of you. It's a lot of stress. You do a training camp, you do a weight cut, takes over your life. But it depends how you deal with it, man. And you know, it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. I look at things from my perspective, and personally, I don't experience that, and but I don't know what other people go through.
What was the hardest training camp, the hardest weight cut just in all together and just the hardest fight that you've been through, where afterwards you're like, man, that's not the type of environment that I want to be in ahead of a fight anymore?
I've had a few mad ones, to be honest, man. Like I've not really had mad weight cuts, to be honest, in my career, but I've had a couple like mad camps and crazy weeks. Like, to be honest, when I fought in the States last time, it was a bit of a mad week. I had issues flying my corner over, and it was all mad. It was a crazy week. I ended up with one corner, and but yeah, man, it's all experience in the bag, you know, going through those things.
Eagle FC, they announced that they will pay Kevin Lee in cryptocurrency. I think his full fight purse. Would you be interested in getting paid in crypto, or are you more of a cold hard cash type of person?
Man, I like getting paid money, but 1 second, mate. I like getting paid money, but I'd have no issues with crypto. Obviously, I'd have to learn about it a bit more, but I know there's a lot of money in that at the moment.
So so you would be interested, but you would have to.
I'd be open to it.
Okay, all right, all right. Well, anyways, January 29th, man, Bellator 273, Phoenix, Arizona. Aiden, appreciate your time, man. Good luck on the fight, and like you said, you take this guy out, you're in the rankings.
100%, man. 100%.